Okay, 6th grade, lesson 87. This one is on finding missing factors. Okay, so for example, a factor is what? Do you remember what a factor is?
It's two numbers that make up a multiplication problem.
Right, so 8 times 7 equals 56. 8 and 7 will be factors.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so we're going to do a missing factor. So it will be 8 times blank, or n, equals 57.
Yep.
Okay? Actually, let's do 64. And we would know...
That's 8.
That's 8, okay? But you know that 8 times 8 equals 64. But what's another way of doing it? What's the opposite of multiplying? Or the inverse?
Dividing.
Dividing. So, usually if you have a missing number in multiplication, if it's a factor, you're going to divide to get the answer. 64, your big number, divided by one of your factors, and then 8 times 8 equals 64. So we figured that one out, but that's how you would do it, okay? So, but you're going to see problems that look like this.
That's 5 times what equals 21?
Right, and it's not going to be an even number sometimes.
4.
Because 5 times 4 is 20, okay? So we're actually going to have to do some math, okay? So what is this actually saying?
5 times what equals 21?
5 times what equals 21. And if it said 5 times what equals 20, how would I get my n?
You would just 5 times 4.
Right, you know that 5 times 4 equals 20, right? But remember what I told you?
Yeah, you divide.
You're going to divide. So let's do that. 21 divided by 5. Okay? How many times will 5 go into 21 without going over?
10? No, not that much.
5 times 4 is 20. Remember we talked about that one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So 20, okay? And then 1. Okay, and in this case, we're just going to bring it up and bring that over. Slide that over. Remember how we used to do that? Okay, and that's going to be our answer. N equals 4 1/5. Okay? Or, if we kept going, if you like, keep going, because that's kind of what you're used to now, you can go in and add your 0 point and your 0, bring this down, and then 5 goes into 10 how many times?
2.
2, okay? And then you see this point, comes up there, 4.2, which 1/5 is 0.2 because 2 is 2/10.
Yeah.
Because 0.2 is 2/10. So 5 times 2 times 2, and they're equilibrate equations.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You understand how I did all that?
Yeah.
Okay? So you could have done decimal, or you could have left it as 4 1/5. Because 1/5 is 2/10, which is what that says, 2/10. Do you fully understand?
Yes.
Okay, good stuff. All right, let's try another one. This is going to get a little bit harder, okay? So write this one down on your paper with me. Okay, the only reason this one's hard is because it has decimals. Decimal numbers.
Okay.
All right, so help me out. What's this saying?
8. 6 times what equals...
No, 0.6.
Yeah.
Times what equals 0.48 thousandths.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, what are we going to do to figure out this answer? What's the mathematical way?
You'd have to do 0.048 divided by 0.6.
You're exactly right. Now, this is old review.
And you could move both the decimals.
You do. You have to move this because we want to make this a whole number.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I move this once to the right, I have to do this one what?
Again.
Once to the right. Okay? So there's my 0, and there's my 0. Okay? So if I rewrote this, this is what it would look like. Okay? Which 6 point is just 6, because there's a decimal after every number, even if you can't see it. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now, will 6 go into 0? No, 0 times. Will 6 go into 4? 0 times. Bring down my 8. Will 6 go into 48?
Yep.
Yeah, 8 times. 8 times 6, 48. Done. Okay, slide this up. 0.08 is our answer. Right? So I would say M equals 0.08 or just 0.08. Feel like you understand it?
Yep.
All right, last problem. Now this time they're going to try to trick you. Ready? Tell me what they're trying to do to trick you on this one.
I don't know.
They just wrote it on the other side.
Yeah.
Still is saying the exact same thing. 4 times what equals 45.
Okay.
I don't know why. You can write it on either side. It doesn't matter. It still says 45 equals 4 times what? And what do we know that to be?
Huh?
And what do we know this answer to be?
I don't know.
Okay. So, I don't either. I thought that was a 9. I was thinking in my
like-
head. So, let's do this. 4 times what equals 45? So, how do I answer this problem?
You would divide it.
Okay, what do I divide?
45.
Divided by
4.
4. Very good. So, 4 times 1. 0. Bring down my 5. 4 goes into 5.
1 time.
1 time. I'm going to keep going. And what do you notice happens? I'm going to bring down my 0. 4 goes into 10.
2 times.
2 times. 8. And then I get a 2. Bring a 0 down, so I get 4 goes into 20. Which you can't really see down here.
20.
4 times what? Equals
That
20?
would be 4.
Nope. 5.
5?
4 times 4 is 16.
Oh yeah.
4 times 5, 20. 5. 5 times 4 is 20, and that evens it out. What do I do with this decimal?
Bring it up.
Slide it up. 11.25. Okay? Or 11.1/4. Whoops, I'm sorry. 11 and 1/4 is the same thing as 11.25. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So I could have chosen, instead of keep going and doing all my extra 0.25 stuff, I could have just ended it with this. Remember? I could have brought it down and went 4 goes into 5 1 time and just had a 1 and brought it up and went 11 1/4. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
We could have done it like that. That is lesson 87.